Do you ever wonder, as a tennis student in college, what it would be like to achieve the stuff of legends? Or how a young man in the midst of his sickness maintained and achieved a streak that has remained unrivaled till this very day? In the midst of the storms spiraling in his body, he achieved an immortal feat, a streak that till now is astonishing beyond imagining. In this video, we will be talking about the greatest college tennis player ever, a player who commanded an outstanding influence on his team and himself, leading to back-to-back victories for the Trojans of the University of Southern California. His arrival on the college grounds signaled an era that can only be imagined in the history of college tennis, so sit tight and relax as your imagination becomes reality. In the realm of college tennis, there are a lot of big names that have graced the scene. Names like John Eisner from the University of Georgia, who led the Bulldogs to a perfect 32-0 record and their fifth NCAA team championship. He currently sits as number 1 in the world rankings. There's also Tyson Kwiatkowski from the University of Virginia, who was a linchpin in the Cavaliers' 3 straight NCAA team championships. We can also refer to Maxime Cressy of UCLA as one of the greatest players in college history because of his achievements in senior year when he held a 15-4 singles record and a perfect 26-0 doubles record. Of all these records and achievements achieved by all these players, none is compared to the 72 match win streak record set by college tennis legend Steve Johnson. This makes him undoubtedly the greatest college tennis player ever. Let us get to know more about this vessel of greatness. Steve Johnson Jr. was born on the 24th of December 1989 to father Steve Johnson Sr., who was a tennis coach at the Rancho San Clemente Tennis and Fitness Club, and to his mother Michelle, who is a mathematics professor. Johnson was born in Orange, California. Johnson idolized tennis legends Andre Agassi, an 8-time Grand Slam winner, and Pete Sampras, a 14 times Grand Slam winner, who were longtime rivals themselves in the game. I guess there is a saying, "You are who you look up to," isn't there? Well, he started playing tennis at the age of 2, which is a little earlier than most legends in the game who started at around 3 or 4. He started out using balloons and beach balls around his home and entered his first tournament at the age of 5. When Johnson got to high school, he stuck to his passion and joined the tennis team. In high school, he was coached by Pete Tavares, having won CIF singles championships 2 years in a row in 2005 and 2007. He was named the Orange County and Los Angeles Player of the Year in both seasons. This victory made him the first back-to-back singles winner in the competition's history since Tom Leonard, who won it in 1965 and 1966. As a sophomore and junior at Orange, he was the Orange County Boys Tennis Player of the Year. In 2007, Johnson won the Junior Davis Cup for Southern California. However, he stopped playing tennis after his junior year in high school for reasons best known to him. Now done with high school, Johnson got into college, where his journey into college greatness actually began. On his choice of college, Johnson said he chose USC because he felt like he had a great relationship with the school's tennis coach, Peter Smith, and he got along with the team very well. In the short documentary, The Streak, Johnson reveals that at the time, he just wanted to make the starting lineup in his freshman year, and when he joined them, he admired their work ethic and realized that this was different from the kind of tennis he had always known. In his freshman year, and now a Trojan, Johnson got selected to the All-Pac-10 first team and was named to the Pac-10 Doubles Team of the Year alongside Robert Farah, who would end up being world number 1 in doubles. This explains his success in the ITA Regionals Doubles Championship, because he was once again paired with Farah. He ended the year ranked 35th in singles and 10th in doubles. As a sophomore, he achieved the same feat once again, as well as winning the ITA Southwest Regionals Doubles Championship with Farah once again. The same year, he won the ITA National Indoor Championship. He ended his sophomore year with an upgrade from his previous ranking, ending it at 9th in singles and 2nd in doubles. Now in his junior year in college, Johnson won the 2011 Pac-10 singles title and the doubles title, but this time with another player, Raymond Sarmiento. Furthermore, he was selected as the NCAA Tournament Most Outstanding Player and selected to be part of the NCAA All-Tournament team for singles. He ended up being Intercollegiate Tennis Association and Pac-10 Men's Player of the Year for 2 consecutive years. 2011, and 2012. As a junior, he was chosen as the #1 player for USC. He was on fire that season and ended the season with a 48-3 record and eventually went on to end the season on a 35-match win streak. An incredible performance, seeing as that this was his first chance as #1 for USC. In his senior year, he had to defend his title, but he battled a strained abdomen, shin splints, and food poisoning. In the events that led up to his streak, there were a lot of question marks as regards if his body would be able to hold up. In his sickness, he was involved in sealing the 4th consecutive NCAA title for his team. He had to play 50 matches in 12 days. His coach Peter Smith kept wondering if he would be able to hold up because he still had the singles match to play with his title to defend. Peter Smith, in an interview, said Johnson was basically throwing up by the side of the court during training. Johnson, however, played the match amidst mixed emotions from his team, who were bothered if he would see it through. Surprisingly, Johnson got on the court and in the midst of his struggling health, he got a deserving victory, maintaining his streak and winning the NCAA title once again. He had defeated his opponent, Eric Quigley, by 6-4, 6-4. He ended that season on a whopping 37-0 win streak. This was in addition to his previous streak of 35-0, making it an extraordinary 72-0 win streak to set a record in college tennis that no one has come close to ever since. After the 72-match win streak, Peter Smith commented on Johnson's journey to victory, saying, "I knew if he could see the finish line, he'd get through it, because that's the kind of kid he is." He once again said, "I clearly remember waking up the next day and telling myself, it will never be this good again. It actually hasn't, seeing that USC haven't had the kind of success they experienced when Johnson was there." Initially, Johnson never had plans to play tennis professionally, but after experiencing the kind of success he had in college, he definitely had a change of heart. His time playing college tennis taught him differently what the world of tennis looked like. He once said, "The biggest thing that I have ever learned from college tennis is to play aggressively while playing within myself and to never give up, because every dual match can end up being decided on your court." Though Johnson gained tennis fame in college, he did not complete his degree before leaving. He had majored in human performance at USC and stopped midway to pursue his professional tennis career. However, he hopes to come back one day and complete his degree. That day is not going to be anytime soon because Steve is currently soaring in his professional career, having won over $7 million in prize money and counting. Since leaving college, he has won 4 ATP Challenger 4 titles and 4 ATP Tour 250 titles. At the 2016 Olympics, Johnson proved that his success wasn't just limited to college. He went on to win a bronze medal in men's doubles with fellow American Jack Sock, who has a high career ranking or world number 8 in singles and world number 2 in doubles. In August 2019, Peter Smith retired as the USC head coach, and at the time, Johnson did not have a coach. Johnson contacted his college coach and gave him a job as his personal coach. The duo have gone on to make waves in the world of professional tennis. Johnson is known for having a big serve and an even bigger forehand. He has won 81% of his first serve points, an extremely disturbing percentage for his opponents to deal with. Johnson always attributed his success in tennis to his father, who introduced him to the game. The death of his father hit him hard. Since his father's passing, Johnson has occasionally broken down in tears during matches and interviews. However, with words of encouragement from his fans and legends in the game, he is better. As a player, Johnson has shown extraordinary skills and discipline in understanding the game of tennis. Peter Smith's opinion of Johnson when he first started was, "He's not an arrogant kid, but there was an arrogance about him, and everybody knew." That stunning and calculative sense of arrogance led him to have a great influence on his team, having led them to consecutive titles 4 years in a row. The greatness that emanated from him when he was first introduced to the game at the age of 2 had made him too exceptional a player, making him nothing short of the greatest college tennis player ever. After his father's passing, Johnson once thought, "I don't know why I'm here. There is more to life than this." However, tennis has not proven to be an escape from grief for him, but where he is fighting the grief.